Okay. And I will also open up the race time. Okay. So we have a big one here. Hi Prince, how you doing, man? I'm excited for this set we have here. As you know, I know you're going to be dropping in for comms at 3:30. Excited for that as well. But before we get to game 2, we have to do game 1, as we all know. But let's see, how are our racers doing? I think we are good to go on the speed gaming side. Yes, we are. All right, so sorry I skipped my introductions a little bit. I'm a little later than I wanted to be. I am Hobbit. I am a fellow runner, participant in this tournament. Been playing the game for basically 2 years. And I am excited for this race we've got here. This is the final set of the Metroid tournament. It is going to be the best of Arkandy and Satorha. So the first to win 2 rounds will win the set, and if Arkandy resets the bracket, we will have a best of 1 reset where the winner takes all. This is a rematch from last year. So for those of you who are not familiar, we had an NMG tournament, any percent NMG tournament last year that had a very dramatic finish to the first set of grands. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm reading the chat on the race time, and based on what I'm reading here, we're in for something special because Arkandy's been playing UR and glitch hunting, and Sat has been playing Genshin Impact. So they are readied up, and this is certainly going to be something. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, there was a bit of a dramatic finish to the first set of the NMG Grand Finals tournament where Ark basically stole the last game, or stole a game from Sat by hitting a full Arc Spark, while Sat took the final speed boost cutscene. So we're in for something special here, I think. Both guys are good friends, so obviously good vibes there. But both players are truly incredible runners, both being kind of at the top of the game at multiple points in the history of the game. With Arkandy also being a known glitch researcher and innovator, really helping pave the way to a lot of the current UR routes that exist. But this is NMG, so unfortunately, I won't be seeing any of that silliness. However, we will be seeing a little bit of silliness with pseudos and ledge warp and things like that. Both these guys are really amazing at the game, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. So yeah, I don't think they're quite ready up yet. It looks like Sat's ready to go. Just waiting on Arkandy to finish up with Boss Rush. And then we should be good to go. Let's see here. Are they readied up? They are readied up, and the timer has started. So, we are going to be. Oh, okay. Maybe, maybe one of them pulled the trigger a little too early. So, it looks like they're going to be restarting the timer here. So, a little bit of silliness to start off, but that's fine. Let me open up the commentator's controls here. Going to want to have the correct audio at any given time. So we are going to be starting off with Sat's audio here. And once, as the lead changes, I will do my best to give us the correct audio. So they are both ready to go. The timer has started correctly, officially, as it were. And we are going to be jumping into it here. This is going to be, I think, a really, really interesting set. All right, so hopefully these guys preloaded, get the optimal load in. I'm sure they were already playing before this. And hopefully, knock on wood, that we've not had any Z57 practice before this. We would not want to see another slow boost in tournament again. But going to be starting off here in Artaria, doing the classic Artaria 1 movement into the first Atom Room and then the climb. Great mash from both players. Something to note here, Arkandy's mash is insane. Sat has also dived into manual mashing as well due to the turbo leaving ban. So both players are going to be manual mash turboing as necessary. Ooh, Arkandy taking the left side here, whereas Sat taking the classic right side climb, and Arkandy gets dinged by the bat. So unfortunately, paying the price there. Arkandy getting the shot off before the cutscene, so should get up a little quicker. Neither player taking the missile tank for that extra security. That really just shows their confidence and skill with Corpius coming up. Oops, Sat shooting through the missile slot. Just a fun little game to see if your aim is on point. Is that going to be probably the first to blast Elaine in the face with Arkandy falling behind maybe half a second? I have a feeling the race is going to be like this for a long time, barring any serious errors. Ooh, both players getting super fast early close. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. They're not quite synced up, but Arkandy has taken a very slight lead, so we're going to swap over to his audio. Alright, so Sat having the superior corp fight here, but Arkandy really not far behind by any means. So we're going to be seeing them mash through. Yeah. It is absolutely ridiculous how fast these guys finish through corp. Like, Arkandy was just tweeting about Noyazaki getting a 144 corp time, which is just absolutely absurd. Probably the fastest I just don't get it. It's like a cheat code, man. But 3 minutes in all bosses, or sub 3 minute in all bosses is not easy. Sat right now, kind of putting on a little movement clinic, really looking sharp. Arkandy as well, not playing bad by any means, but getting corp diffed a little bit, unfortunately. Alright, so we're coming up on the water slope jump here. Let's see how we're looking. I'm thinking first try for both. Alright, first try for Sat. And first try for Ark. And gets a shot off on the door, so going to be able to walk right through, no problem. Yeah, it's looking easy peasy for these guys right now. Really just a testament to their skill. I know several of us have experienced weird errors, you know, maybe a little stumble on your movement or whatever, but these guys are just, look at that, perfect weaves. Oh my gosh, it's smooth as butter. Alright, so, you know, when you're playing smooth as butter, there's a low margin for error, so these guys are going to have to stay in tip-top shape in order to keep up. Alright, so it looks like Sat is going to be taking the energy tank, and Arkandy is as well. That is definitely a much-needed insurance during a race like this, where it's so high-profile. Both runners seemingly getting bonked by the Pinky, unfortunately, and are going to be taking the left side as well. I love that ledge-to-ledge. That is so smooth. Sat opting for the classic right side as well. Hey man, I got dad jokes on dad jokes. Don't you worry about that. I thought I was gonna get kicked off the GDQ comms last year for cringe, but it's fine. Or I guess it was still this year, but I got 2024 on the mind. Oh, Sat getting cringed on a little bit by the ledge. Happens to the best of us. Ark getting cringed on by the blob. So an equivalent exchange, really. So no Giga Weave from Sat, unfortunately. Let's see if Arkandy's going to go for it. Nope, just taking the 2 Weave through there. I don't blame you. Giga Weave is hard unless your name is Norizaki. Yeah, you gotta play it a little. I mean, you need to go for the fast strats, but you gotta play it safe. When there's such a low margin for error, like you gotta be on your tip top shape, and you can't be taking like dumb deaths to hell run or something like that. That energy tank has insurance and basically makes hell run free for these guys. Ooh, missing the setup list. This is an opportunity for Arkandy, and decreases the margin a little bit. That's another thing, you know. No margin for error. Arkandy breezes through setup list. Sat takes a couple tries, unfortunately. That setup list can be tricky, but that setup you saw from Arkandy with the melee off can make it quite consistent. It gives you the perfect spacing to just pop right over that ledge. And I like the use of the jump from Arkandy to get a little bit closer to the CU, just kind of Dopplering his missiles. And Sat is going to be just barely ahead. Alright, let's see how the plant kill goes. This is super tricky. Both players making it past the 2-tile ledge, no problem, thankfully. I think we're seeing a slide under here. Yep. Man, they are almost frame synced. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, we are going to be seeing these guys less than a second apart. Alrighty, so Spider is done. Now we just get this cool little movement section here. Arkandy using the melee to get over the ledge. Interesting movement choice. Ooh, and getting cringed on by the ledge, unfortunately. Okay, Sat bumping the Goomba, but Arkandy breezing by and going to take... I don't know, they're pretty much synced up. I was going to say taking a slight lead, but no, they're almost exactly synced up now. This is wild. Oh my gosh, these guys are playing so smooth right now. Okay, Sat taking the faster climb there. So going to be gaining a little bit on Arc. Not really sure why he didn't take the left side there, but the left side is definitely the play. It is a good bit faster. Alright, elevator deboost. Looking good, looking good. Ooh, very good. Very nice from both players. Getting a first try deboost. And we're going to be coming out of Artaria about a second apart. Let's see here. So A press on 943, 944. These guys are neck and neck. Oh, it gives me chills watching them just go so fast. I'm taking notes. Yeah, very, very clean Artaria ones from both runners. Not really much to write home about in terms of mistakes. Really just stats, stumbles on Magus skip, and then maybe a couple minor movement errors here and there. But both guys are playing really, really strong right now. Alright, so we're going to be seeing the Kataris 1 weave here. One of my favorite bits of movement, personally. Alright, both runners going to nail it, no problem, but no deboost off the robot, unfortunately. That's one of my favorite tricks in the game.
Uploading data.
Alright, so coming up we've got, following the magma button, we are going to be seeing Super Boost and Hell Run. Sat does get booped, as does Arkandy, and both are going to be turning on the magma. And we're going to be seeing attempts at Super Boost coming up here. Alright, so they're going to be dropping down and killing 2 bugs, and then wall jumping. Easy. Boop. Easy. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Truly just incredible stuff. Not getting trolled by the magnet wall at all. Making it look easy. I cannot understate how annoying that wall is. You can accidentally grab like the slant instead of the flat part, and then your movement gets all messed up, and then sometimes the ply boops you. It's really rough. Ooh, nice. Clearing the ply there with that dash melee. Sat still maintaining a very, very slight lead, but from what we saw in the last tournament, I mean, it will come down to the wire. Alright, so I imagine we're going to be seeing the magma button and then Hell Pseudo, so this is definitely going to be an opportunity for a runner to pull ahead if the other cannot get it. It can save about 10 seconds, so definitely a big point of contention. Ooh, Sat grabs the ledge, but that should not be enough of a time loss for the Emmy to catch him, and the Emmy gets the good spawn anyway, same with Arcs. Alright, so we're going to be seeing no Hell Pseudo attempt from Arc, so let's see if Sat gets it. He does not. So Arkandy is going to pull ahead using the safer strat. I'm going to switch the audio real quick. So Arkandy going to hit the button a little bit faster than Sat. Sat does get the slide under on the button, though, unlike Arkandy, so he's going to have a slight positional advantage coming out. So, like I said, no Hell Pseudo, so they're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Coming up, though, is the Great Equalizer, also known as Atom Skip. And both these guys get it first try routinely, but in a race environment, that pressure can really get to you. So let's see how they do. All right, so Arkandy going to be pulling ahead. He's about 4 seconds ahead here, so not a huge margin, but definitely a big lead change. All right, let's see it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, misses at first try. 1, 2, 3. Misses at first try, and Sat also misses at first try. Arkandy getting it. Oh no, I thought that was it. So Sat pulls ahead again with the Atom Skip. Arkandy struggling a little bit. This is the Atom Skip classic, but gets it about like 5th or 6th try. Not what he's looking for sure. So Sat pulling ahead yet again with the superior Atom Skip. That is a huge miss for Arkandy, unfortunately. Ooh, gets the jump instead of the respin after the. Ooh, I like that. So one really tiny yeah, it did look like that veil, but one really tiny optimization that Arkandy did there is after the pseudo you can do a buffered wall jump. And that will get you a little bit further ahead, getting you a very slight positional advantage coming out of the cutscene. It's a very small time save, relatively speaking, but I think it really just speaks to the devil in the details for these two runners. Okay, so Arkandy gonna be missing the zipper skip, unfortunately. Gonna have to take the long way on. So Sat pulling just a little bit further ahead here. Ooh, taking the mantle there by accident. So Sat is going to be cruising out of Kataris while Arkandy trails behind, unfortunately. But yeah, that Arkandy saying, "I love Snack Bat." I feel you, man. It's gotten the best of all of us. On my controller, I crunched my control stick, and sometimes it makes me unable to unable to aim while running. So I understand. All right, so Sat gonna be taking the A press on the Katar's Dairon tram at 15:47. Arkandy getting onto the platform as well. Going to be seeing a press at 15:57, so 10 seconds behind. By no means out of it, but Sat really just having the cleaner execution at the front end. Alrighty, so Sat hitting DCA no problem. It's a very simple jump, but because the cloak is involved, that can sometimes mess up your inputs. Arkandy also gets it no problem, going to be dropping into Dairon. Very good stuff from both runners here. Ooh, Arkandy opting to aim down instead of doing the typical spin fall. Never really seen that, but I guess if it works, it works. Sat getting bopped by the Jerry by accident. Happens to the best of us, really. That Jerry can be mean. He's got hands. Arkandy making it through the powered off room flawlessly and going to be jumping on the generator. Alright. Ooh, misses the missile door by accident, but gets through it no problem. Alright, so Sat getting the wide beam A press or closed text box at about 1734. Arkandy going to be getting a closed out text box at 1744. So 10 seconds still, maintained the gap. Sat nails the deboost in Dairon. Let's see if Arkandy can answer accordingly. Ooh, getting trolled by Pedro a little bit, unfortunately. Does not take the deboost either. Definitely seeing a case of more modern movement from Sat benefiting him for sure. Those little tiny time saves add up when your gap was only 10 seconds, so. Alrighty, so Sat going to be getting on the train here and getting trolled by Pedro again. Really unlucky from Arkandy. Sometimes Samus hits it and Pedro says no. So we will not be voting for Pedro next election season, unfortunately. Alrighty, so Set stepping off the train to head towards Green Emmy. He's balling. With Arkandy not too far behind, going to be stepping off the train as well. So, unfortunately, we are past the era of top runners doing Professor Stupid because it is not actually faster. So, I don't expect any specific drama. And man, Arkandy, these Pedros really don't like him. He's had something happen on all three. Like, he's 3 for 3. That's really unfortunate. I don't think calibration does. It's just inherent with your stick. Sometimes sticks will snap back past the dead zone by accident and cause stuff like that to happen. You can mitigate that by just holding the stick towards the magnet instead of flicking. But I mean, it happens to the best of us, really. Some controllers have it worse than others. It's just the nature of the beast. Alrighty, so Sat collecting Morph Ball while Arkandy is about to blast the Emmy in the face really quick, just kablam style, easy. No Professor Stupids, just the same old, easy, consistent green Emmy kill. Feel like we've been doing this for 2 years now, so feels good. Alrighty, so no DNF missile from either runner. Going to be heading towards the Varia climb. Another just like small movement showcase. Will we be seeing any 10 pluses here? So Sat does not take the 10 plus, and Arkandy, I imagine, probably won't either. These guys both Charlie on grade, so. Ooh, getting the 0 cycle on the bugs. Good stuff to Arc. That's not easy. Sometimes the bugs let you through, sometimes they don't, but getting through, no problem. Dread mode safe even. And we are just sitting at a load screen. We love loading. It's so cool. Alrighty, Sat taking his way through the water. Nice little morph boost on the ledge there to gain a little bit of momentum. Killing the Goomba, no problem. Let's see how his morph boost goes. Ooh, gets a very, very good boost. Very good. Can't really ask for better. Does not fall in the hole as well. Alright, Arkandy getting up. Let's see how his morph boost is. Getting a less fast one. Opting to slide over to get a little bit more momentum. And let's see if he hits the shot through. He does. He's a wizard. I don't understand how he does it so consistently. Sat turboing his way through Varia climb just super, super fast. Calling Samus a bit of a blue blur right now. Sonic the Hedgehog's a little jealous. Ooh, wow. That was a fast jump coming out of that. Alright, Arc takes the wall jump. Very, very good. Sat puts his orange pajamas on, hits the text box A press at 2250 or 49. Meanwhile, Arkandy grabbing Various Suit as well. A press at 22 or 23 minutes. So 11-second difference, really maintaining the difference here. Very, very good stuff to both runners. This is exactly what I was hoping for out of a race like this. So, seeing it neck and neck with really just small errors and stuff like that making a difference. That's true. The Evil Green Time Waster will reveal all. He does not pull any punches, unfortunately, and we could see a lead change just solely based off RNG. They did not take the extra missiles, which is a big risk if Kraid decides to double Scream Punch instead of providing a refill. So we will see how Kraid decides to treat both runners, because sometimes he just wastes your time. We'll also see the charlying prowess of both runners on display yet again. I know we already saw it in the green CU, but Kraid is another big point where we're going to see it. Hitting the exception weave from Sat, very, very good stuff. Can be a little bit tricky just because you have to jump and break the blocks at the same time, but very clean stuff. Arkandy hitting it as well, same as Sat. And then both runners are just basically going to be running through here. Very clean from Sat. Nice. Arkandy hits the charge beam on the worm in order to just make his way through. And we are at the Evil Green Time Waster, so we're going to be seeing some Charlies from both runners here. That is the ideal way to kill him. It saves on missiles. Ooh, Sat does get nails first, so he's going to get a little refill from Kraid. Comes into phase 2 at max missiles. Drops a single wall jumps, unfortunately, but gets up second try, basically. So, about 6 wall jumps to get up. Does get a screen punch first, so... Ooh, and gets another refill, so not going to be running out of missiles, thankfully. So Sat can basically just DPS his way through. Arkandy getting a refill immediately, and getting first try single wall jump, so that is very nice from him. And Kraid is going to yell at him. So both these runners, unfortunately, not able to Charlie on the magnet, like the only person on Earth that can do it, Noyazaki. But both killing Kraid pretty quick. So Evil Green Time Waster not striking as hard for both runners, but getting through a-okay. Arkandy slimly coming out, 0 missiles in the room. So that one missile is key because that little bug on the missing the Charlie, unfortunately. Sometimes you come out with 0 missiles on Kraid, and that is not good because you rely on that little dude in the corner to give you an extra missile, and oftentimes he really doesn't want to. I've had instances where I come out of there with 0 missiles, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, we're giving you energy right now. I don't care for full. You want energy, not missiles." And you just lose time for no reason. That is another piece of the Evil Green Time Waster, in a matter of speaking. Alrighty, so early grapple time. We are hoping that neither runner likes tomato soup. We're thinking that both runners get through no problem. There's no item tutorial to contend with, and Sat misses the wall jump twice. Oh no, what's going on? Alright, let's see how he does here. No tomato soup. So Sat having a couple near misses, but does not spend some time in the soup. Arkandy getting through first try on the first jump. Let's see how his second jump goes. Alright, cool. So no tomato soup from either runner. Arkandy getting through a little smoother than Sat does, so gonna be getting a little bit of time back on that grapple, early grapple. And again, we are on double load screens. Who doesn't love load screens? I love just looking at barely moving images of the game. Very cool. Really just comes down to switch diff in terms of how fast these loads are. Or physical versus digital, but both runners run on digital, so that's not a problem. Alrighty, so Sat going to be doing the descent here, going to get the swag missile. Ooh, misses it actually, so no swag missile for Sat, unfortunately. Going to be grabbing the grapple beam. Yeah, that physical load time is tough, man. It really is. Alright, Arkandy gets the swag missile, and going to be getting grapple beam. Yeah, the extra loads from physical is actually wild. Like, it adds minutes to the run. Alright, nice grapple cancel from Sat. Unfortunately, missing his first grapple shot, but that's okay. Not really going to be a big deal here. And going to be doing the grapple return. Alright, nice grapple ascent from Arkandy. Very, very smooth. And we're going to be back at a double load screen, gamers. We love load screens. For those of you who don't know, Metroid Dread did get into AGDQ 2024 with runners C. Scotty W and Justin Justin Zane running 100% NMG. So get excited for that at the start of 2024. I think a lot of us are going to be attending live to watch the run. I'm very excited for it, and I'm sure many others are as well. But back on topic, we have Sat nailing the grapple return, and Arkandy to follow behind him. Alrighty, so looking like no soup from our gamers here today. I lied. I'm sorry, Ark. I commentators cursed you. Ark is going to take a inconsequential dip in the tomato soup. And so we'll be losing a little bit of time. Sat misses his movement in the dark room, but does speed past the L. I mean, no problem. Nice ledge from Sat. Love that. I imagine we will not be seeing a dark room pseudo because neither of these runners are that cool. Alright, Ark nails the dark room movement and will be a couple rooms behind Sat, unfortunately. Sat blowing up the blob before the button is hit, and Arkandy going to be dropping through. Ooh, misses the first grapple shot, but nails the second one. Arkandy, all but one shot, so not really a big deal. Going to be able to get that on the way down, so shouldn't be losing any time for it. And Sat is going to be grabbing bombs. Sat, unhappy at just accidentally reeling back. Seeing a huge invitation, reaction there from him. He's very evocative with his reactions to things, even if they're just small. Nice dash melee to skip the ledge there. Love that. Arkandy following in his tread, or his not far behind, taking the little shortcut, and we are coming up on my favorite part of the run, the Barania Golf Course. So let's see if both these runners are golfers here today. I do expect them both to be golfers, but you never know. Alright, Sat nailing the hole-in-one with the grapple. Very stylish. Very fast. Love to see it. So let's see how Arkandy's golfing skills match up. Ooh, unfortunately going to be missing the hole-in-one, so Sat the superior golfer on this this afternoon race, or evening race for Arkandy. Okay, so Arkandy, not a big golfer, unfortunately. But that's okay, so Sat's going to be taking the one-stroke lead on the Barania, Dyrong to Barania Golf Course. Sat entering Barania, everyone's least favorite water level. Thankfully, we do have grapple in this run, so we do not have to go swimming nearly as much as we do in some other categories. Very smooth slide into the grab on the grapple block, and skipping the little laser guy, no problem. Alright, so, fortunately no watered down movement here. Arkandy gets through no problem, and is going to be skipping the laser. Sat, getting trolled a little bit by the claw. I'm not sure what happened there. He must have missed his coyote. Maybe got booped by the Jerry. But going to get through with the grapple recovery. Arkandy, on the other hand, going to take the mantle and get the movement through first try, no problem. And then coming up here, we're going to be seeing a backdoor flash from both runners. Ooh, Sat nails it first try, but almost falls. Seeing his face on the Fate player camera, a little confused at what just happened. That was really funny. Arkandy also going to be nailing it, no problem. Both leaving the door open. That was really funny. That facial expression. Someone's got to take that and make that an emote in the server, because that was perfect. Alrighty, so Arkandy taking a slightly different path up to the second flash door, and then Sat nailing first Barania pseudo, very easy. Killing Clyde, no problem. 1, 2, very quick, Speedy Gonzalez-esque. And taking the the water bomb jump store as well. Alright, not quite as snappy as Sat's Briny Pseudos, but first try for both players, and we're going to be seeing the water bomb jump come out from Arkandy. There we go, very good. Both players looking really good in their Barenia 1s. That was a really, really great Barenia 1. Alright, I saw the cutscene start at 33:57, so let's see where Ark is going to land here. 34:09-ish, so that's about 12 seconds. So definitely not a bad place to be given how far he fell behind due to Atom Skip. Alrighty, so nice little yellow Emmy chase, quote unquote chase. It doesn't really chase you. It doesn't, it's not really that big of an issue. But both players getting through, no problem. Sat going to be blasting the yellow MECU very easily, and Arkandy doing the same. Charlies are looking really strong. I'm excited for both players' Z57 fights. Ooh, and Ark going to be mashing, manual weaving his way through the CU, absolutely just blending it. I ran out of adjectives. I'll be honest. I'm trying to find creative ways that, instead of just saying quick work. But Sat gonna be slicing up the speed. I mean, no problem. Arkandy not far behind. Alright, so Sat is going to be in text box at 35:48. Arkandy, let's see here. He's going to be watching the cutscene, so probably still about the same 12 seconds. Well, we'll see. Alright, so Sat going to be gaining some time on Ark. 36:06. So that's going to be, what, 18-second difference? Sat nails the intro speed keep here, going to be taking the ball spark. It is Morbin time, shoutouts to Manajor, and not taking that third E-tank. So, going to be seeing a 2-tank run here from Sat. I would think Arkandy probably also runs 2 tanks since you run Aber on 2 tank, but we'll see. Alright, Morbin time. Nice flashling. Ooh, unfortunately clipping the ledge. Not going to get past it. So, we're going to be seeing 2 tanks from both runners here. Yep, about 18-second difference. Nice speed, nice flash chain from Arkandy there. That is very, very smooth. Love to see it. And we are heading up to the QR speed keep and QR robo fight. A known troll fight. Sometimes just waste your time as well. But first, going to see a QR speed keep. Love this keep. It is a classic speed keep for NMG categories, NMG and glitchless. Very, very nice from Sat. Going to be nailing it, no problem. Hits a flash through, slide under. Ooh, very good reaction from Sat to flash back. And gets trolled, unfortunately. You can see it in his face. He did not love that. Gets between the robo and the wall to manipulate it a little bit. Going to be absolutely destroying the QR robo. I love that magnet jump. That was really, really smooth. Alright, does not get the quick spark, but does kind of set up a little bit to be able to get a quick spark on the second one. Yeah. There is absolutely nothing you can do about that RNG. It just sucks. Alright, good stuff from Ark. Going to be stepping on the elevator pad. So Ark getting some more pleasant RNG on the fight than Sat does. So potentially gaining a little bit of time there. So now we are going to be heading back towards the Dairon Barinia Golf Course for hole number 2. It's just the same hole, but again. Oh, accidentally mantling there. Maybe taking a little bit of mantle damage. Seeming a little surprised in the player cam and not hitting the gap, unfortunately. Jumping a little bit late. So going to be flashing through this area. Ooh, does not hit the weave. He's upset about that for sure. Arkandy finally not getting trolled by Pedro, but does catch the ledge by accident. And catches another. We're seeing some real grabby ledges here. Arkandy going to be hitting the gap and keeping the speed all the way through. Very good stuff. That is a very, very tricky downwards keep. Ooh, nice job from Arkandy getting the slide down and really just nailing the movement, but does not clear that ledge, so it gets trolled a little bit. Alright, yep, intentional skip on the hole-in-one, so Sat is the superior golfer here today. Yeah, that is a really solid flash chain. I'm a huge fan. Alright, so we're going to be on double load screens while we wait for the Berenia to visit. Coming up here, we're going to be seeing everyone's favorite tentacle monster, not Cthulhu, Dragiga. Both players going to be doing the one cycle version of the fight. Alright, so Sat getting the keep through here. Let's see if he goes for the true keep. I know Arkandy goes for it, but opts for no speed keep. I'm going to be taking the flash movement through here. Very, very clean so far. So let's see if Arkandy can hit True Link. Last time we saw him on stream against Anolium, well, not last time, but the time before last, we saw him on stream against Anolium, and both runners hit it. Ooh, unfortunately, does not hit the magic into the ball tunnel, so going to have to take the flash movement through as well. But he does clean it up. That was very, very good from Arkandy. As well as Sat. And Sat is going to be doing one cycle drog, starting the fight here. Alright, great. Great first stun here. Ooh, I like the grapple movement before they spark to avoid getting trolled by the ledge. It looks like Sat is going to be one cycling drog, no problem. He does only have 25 missiles from what I can see here. Maybe a little bit more. He needs about, I think, 30 or 32 for QR Robo, so he's going to need to take a pickup from, Arkandy maybe messing up one cycle drog here. Going to have to take the 2 cycle, unfortunately. That is going to be a very large time loss for him. You do not love to see it. So Arkandy going to have to get another cycle of drog in, unfortunately. His slide into drop was just a little bit late. Alright, so that's a 2 cycle from Arkandy and Sat. The gap between Sat and Arkandy is going to widen quite a bit. Alright, Arkandy not taking the Steve Tower climb that I would have expected from him. Maybe just accidentally messing up his movement, so converting to a safer strat. Alright, so let's see if Sat can get a missile drop here. Unfortunately, does not get the missile drop, so going to get the speed boost into it. Takes the Charlie on the first hit. Very, very good. Going to be deboosting his way through. Alright, nice. Avoiding damage. Ooh, very low health, but has just enough missiles to get through. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Yeah, it's just an interesting place to take the pickups when you can definitely just grab the pickups from the 2 enemies in Gavaran, but meanwhile, Sat nailing the diffusion movement through that big room there. Definitely a bit of a tricky bit to hit the ledge, and hits the missile on the way down. Very good stuff from Sat. Arkandy seemingly getting maybe trolled a little bit on his drops. And going to have more than enough fuel to make his way through this fight. I'm not really sure why he didn't just take the damage boost. He has enough health to deboost through, so I'm not really sure why he's being so avoidant with this fight. Does take some damage, unfortunately, to the Robo. I'm going to have to quick charge his way through. Ooh, very nice Hecathon boost from Sat there. that is another very, very tricky bit of movement. Alright, Arkandy can be taking the same flash movement through on the way to super missiles. Meanwhile, Sat is going through Elon. Looking to grab Plasma Beam and also activate the X. Flipping back to Arkandy, he is grabbing the super missile, so quite a big difference between the players' times right now. Sat having the cleaner draw, Steve Tower Climb, and Gavin Robo fight. I feel like that Gavin Robo fight is a sleeper tough fight. It's really easy to be in a bad position versus it. And it can really just mess you up. Alright, nice ledge to ledge into Flash Chain from Sat. Arkandy not opting for the Hecathon boost, instead just going to be very cleanly flashing through and entering Elon behind Sat. So, definitely a story of less mistakes from Sat here. Arkandy, unfortunately, taking a major error to Giga and losing a bunch of time. Alright, so Sat going to be attempting the boost, but unfortunately loses his footing on the blocks, accidentally shooting one while trying to shoot the door, and also getting trolled in that little climb area. So no boost into Spark for Sat. We'll see how Arkandy handles it later. Ooh, I like that concept Arkandy did. He broke all of the blocks and then took the slide morph to carry the momentum in. Nails the flash chain as well, and going to be seeing his first X enemies. Alright. Arkandy taking some extra movement that I didn't expect, and accidentally missing the flash into the enemy. Ooh, I like that. So, flashing into the top of the enemy to deboost onto the right side. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. And Arkandy is going to be picking up Plasma Beam while Sat is exiting Elon, going for the greatest time save ever conceived. Very good. And he hits it no problem. So that half second is his. So, Metatron, for your reference, Arkandy had a 2-cycle Drog and a slower QR Robo fight. He needed the pickups after Drog. And, yeah. So he is going to be pulling ahead there. Yeah, 2-cycle Drog was his primary time loss. He definitely also lost some time in comparison on QR Robo, but less than you would lose on 2-cycle. Alright, so Sat entering Gavran again while Arkandy is working on that greatest time save. We're going to be seeing the Elon Gav speed keep here. Love this keep. It's very, very cool. And does not matter what the blue Emmy decides to do, you can make it through no problem. That going to be hitting it perfectly, including the charge through the door, or the charge shot on the door. Almost dropping on the magnet and missing his grapple shot. Not quite as clean as he would have liked. It does hit the morph boost on the ledge there, and first try water bomb jump. Nice. Clean mushroom room, and gets the double flash. That is a little tricky. Alright, let's see how his blue Emmy spawn is. He does not get trolled, and is able to quick spark the brain. Arkandy is going to be attempting the same speed keep we saw from Sat, so he's going to open the door and start charging. Let's see how he fares here. Alright, 1, 2, very nice. Takes the little delay to not lose the spark, very, very smart. Going to be taking the top route, and ooh, nice! Nails it through the shot blocks. Very, very good from Arkandy. That is tough. It is not easy to hit the top blocks there, so very good stuff to Arkandy. Very technically sound on his speed boost. Ooh, gets trolled on the water bomb jump a little bit. But gets it second try. And good movement through the mushroom room. Very, very clean. Gonna be opening the door. And no bad spawn for him either. So going to be taking the quick charge. Oh no, misses the charge, but he can recover this with a backup here. Alright, good stuff to Ark, and gets a second try. So another little bit of time save, but will be manual weaving on the brain. So unfortunately, losing a little bit of time to that. On the other side, Sat is going to be making his way towards my favorite trick of the run, the spin boost ledge warp. We're not going to be seeing any crazy early Noya strats. Sat's just going to be doing the classic ledge warp. Gets it second try. Very, very good. Going to be pulling his way through. Alright, Arkandy finishing up with the blue Emmy here. No diagonal bomb jump from Sat, just going to be taking the typical 1-2 and then grabbing spin boost. So drops a bomb, there we go, falls right onto spin boost. Very, very good. And then we'll be warping out. As we can see in Arkandy's timer, he's unfortunately a little bit behind now, but going to be collecting ice missiles. Alright, nice ledge warp from Sat. And then going to be going for tumble. Alright, takes the diagonal spark variant and going to be mashing his way through with a very, very clean manual weave. I don't think Arkandy's going to go for Noya boost here. Nope, no Noya boost pre ledge warp. That's a little too tough, I think. Ooh, very nice. First try ledge warp from Arkandy. And he's going to be rolling through as well. And then here we're going to be seeing a Noya keep attempt from Sat. So let us see it. Alright, he's got his charge stored. Ooh, unfortunately not clearing the ledge. He's a little surprised. You see him on his player cam. Mouth agape. Not loving what he's seeing, unfortunately. So, unfortunately taking a little bit of time loss there, or lost time save there. And then going to be boosting his way through. And heading to green TP. On Arkandy's side, we're going to be seeing a tumble as well. Going to be opting for the vertical spark and then manually mashing his way through. For those of you who don't know, when the soldier is screaming like that, he actually doesn't take any damage. That's why he waited to start weaving. You have to wait until he resets and starts attacking for you to get anything out of it. So, Noya keep attempt coming up here from Arkandy. Let's see if he hits it as well. Ooh, jumps a little bit early, unfortunately, so not going to be getting the same time save that Sat got. Well, I guess he did not hit the full keep, so he does not get the full time save. I apologize. I misspoke. Alright, so early grab from Sat here. Looking good so far. Nice flash over and quick spark. Very, very good stuff to Sat. Making it look easy. I know it can be a bit of a tripping point for players, so we love to see it go smoothly. So I feel like this has continued to be the same theme that we've seen so far throughout the race. Both runners playing pretty clean, but Arkandy unfortunately going to be bogged down by that, by the unfortunate miscue on Drog. Alrighty, so Sat has put on the purple pajamas while Arkandy is entering Berenia to attempt the early grab speed section. Arkandy jumping his way through because you don't really have much to do while you're waiting for the bombs. Alright, first try store, let's see it. And bam, very, very good from Ark. Store and jump flash over. Bam. Alright, that's 2 successful early grabs and gets the hole-in-one on the ball there. That is a tough hole-in-one. But nails it with the charge beam into the morph. Sat entering Fart, our favorite cool location. So I'm sure he's going to play it cool and nail Fart Speedway on the way to Z57. Arkandy on the other side going to be grabbing Gravity Suit here in a second. So Sat continuing his lead here in game 1 of this set. Alright, no troll on the diffusion. I'm going to be dropping in to spark the red soldier in the fridge. Very nice. Going to be mashing his way through with the nice missile weave from there. Takes the deboost because it does not matter. He's going to be getting a fill up here. And the X-Soldier is no more. Yeah, man, both runners for movement has been really, really good. It's really just that two cycle drog that's the difference here. I mean, when you're coming down to seconds of difference, that kind of error is huge. All right, so Sat going to be taking the spark up. Unfortunately, the getting trolled by spin boost a little, not grabbing the ledge. Unfortunately, that speed keep is not the fastest option anymore. Ooh, Arkandy getting trolled by diffusion a little bit. So going to have to reset on the speed charge. Ooh, Sat nailing Fart Speedway. Unfortunately, not getting the quick spark up. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. It looked like it might have been, but I'm unsure. Alright, Gray's time save through the tunnel here, and he's going to be dropping down to the... Alright, nice. Yep. Very clean speed keep, and lands on the button. So, Sat going to be exiting the Fart Speedway while Ark is entering it. Getting trolled by that Red Soldier drop in a little bit, so not really what you're looking for. And unfortunately, loses the speed keep. It's going to have to flash his way through this first section of Fart Speedway. Alright, Arkandy going to be building the speed charge. Doing the same strat, so he's going to be sparking. Misses the wall jump on there, unfortunately, and going to have to kill the enemy. It's the X-Steve. Yeah, this is not a great fart from Ark, unfortunately. Sat, by comparison, having a smoother fart. I didn't mean it like that. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure whether the climb is faster or the spark up. I usually see people spark up, so I've just assumed that's faster. Alright, so Sat going to be Charlieing Z57's face, and Ark unfortunately dropping the speed keep again. Oh yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Frozen Artaria is often called fart because it is F-art. So if you hear me say fart, that is why. I should have specified that earlier. Thank you, Metatron, for keeping me honest. Sat is absolutely annihilating Z57, reminding him why he's at the back of the alphabet. Nailing the Flappy Bird segment here, going to be smacking him in the face, and that is a dead Z57. Sat really feels like he's accelerating into late game here. He's playing really, really clean. Meanwhile, Arkandy unfortunately finding stumbling blocks along the way. Alright, so true speed keep here. Takes the extra wall jump. I guess it's a little flashy. You don't need to, but very, very nice. He hits the full keep, no ledge warp, so very, very good. Yeah, Sat is in control of his own destiny for this game, is what it feels like. He's very much in the driver's seat, playing really, really clean. Cheetah in the chat, this is all bosses, no major glitches. So no major glitches allowed, unfortunately. I see Arkandy getting trolled by the double claws. But does finally get to laser, and wow, very, very clean Charlie so far from him. Only missing one that I've seen so far. Ooh, missing 2, 3. I cursed him a little, I'm sorry. It's going to be the second commentator's curse from me coming out here. Alright, so Sat is going to be exiting the blue TP while Arkandy hits the Flappy Bird. Opts for the late store here, and then the jump spark. Very, very clean. Ooh, I love that dash melee to slide off. That's really, really smooth from Ark. Going to be climbing his way through into a true connection here. Very, very nice. Alright. So Sat heading back into Perenia after collecting Screw. Meanwhile, Arkandy is absolutely killing that speed keep. Alright, so Arkandy heading into Artaria to take that quick drop off into Screw, and Sat is on his way to the double Berenia bots fight. Really just a DPS test. With Plasma, you just kind of line them up and then they die. It's really nothing crazy. Sat going to be grabbing the Missile 10 pack here, and that will be the final 10 pack he grabs. Nice flash into the wall jump there. Very, very clean from Sat. Unfortunately, dropping the bomb jump, but that's really not a huge deal. Alright, so he's going to be going into the fight around 59-14. Arkandy still in Artaria, going to collect Screw Attack. Nice. Sat keeping both Robos on the platform. Very, very clean stuff for sure. Alrighty, so Sat is heading towards Gavaran and Golzuna, while Arkandy heads towards the double bot fight. That double bot fight on Dread mode is absolutely nuts because you can't just tank your way through, you actually have to dodge them. So lining them up is obviously helpful, but it is not. It's hard. It's a real test of movement for sure. Alright, Sat is going to be heading towards Golzuna here. Let's see if he does... Okay, just the spark up. No idiot tunnel. Meanwhile, Ark on the other side of things going to be bomb jumping his way up to the double bot fight. Alright, very, very nice from both players. Okay, so looking like a 4-spark to clean up Golzuna. Gonna flash over and boop him in the face. For those of you who don't know, that is Golzuna's face on the back. All the Pinkies and Goliaths are the same way. Their face is on their butt. But yeah, so Sat cleaning up Golzuna, no problem. That's really, in my opinion, the last potential stumbling block for the run. With Sat seemingly accelerating into the late game, playing as good as I've ever seen him play. It's going to be a tall order for Arkandy to catch up. Especially at this point. It's a significant gap. That's crazy meta. That's really funny. Alrighty, so Sat in the load zone, very, very eventful, while Arkandy is heading towards everyone's least favorite crab, Golzuna. Let's see if he can nail a 4-spark here as well. So, not opting for the crazy 8, just gonna be counting the X flashes. Kills Goliath, stores in the middle. Ooh, okay. Ooh, kind of messing up his flash movement a little bit. So no 4-spark from Arkandy, but gonna be getting the backup. Very, very, still very clean, I'd say. Not quite what you're looking for in a race scenario, but definitely still good. Alright, so Sat heading into Ferenia, the final area of the game. Ark not, unfortunately, kind of far behind him, heading out of Gavaran, heading towards Hanubia. Yeah, it's a really solid backup for sure, but you don't love to need to use a backup, especially when you know that the competition is so stiff. Ooh, Sat getting trolled by the robot a little bit, trying to flash over, getting caught on the toes. Alright, nice movement from Sat here. Unfortunately, catching the platforms by accident. Ooh, nice little weave flash. Yep. Very, very great movement from Sat there. Very clean. Going to be taking the true connection. Ooh, actually, just taking the flashes through and getting through, no problem. Even if you get caught with the enemy, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, I love that. I love that ice missile into the screw attack to not get trolled by the fire claw there. Meanwhile, Ark on the other side. avoiding the caterpillar on the door, going to be able to grab the elevator platform very quickly. And Sat is going to be playing a little bit of pest control, going to be fighting Bolzuna here. I love that screw drop through that second set of shot blocks. It's very good stuff. Alright. Looking to use SQ like a trampoline. Ooh, no 1 cycle, looks like, but will be a 2 cycle. Alright, so hitting a 3 cycle Core X, maybe not quite what he was hoping for. Maybe a small opportunity for Ark, but Sat's going to have to make a major error in order for Ark to catch up at this point. We're going to need, like, maybe a Elite Chozo Death, or maybe, like, a... Ooh, nice weave from Arkandy there, and skips the platform. Very, very clean. Great movement from Ark coming out as well. Going to get the more fortunate spawn on the Emmy and taking the full speed connection there. I love that option. It's so cool. Alright, so Sat going to be high-fiving Arkandy in the Emmy zone real quick on the way to the Ferenia Robos fight. Whereas Arkandy is going to be dropping down to SU. It really is, Duncan. I love that speed keep personally. It just looks good. And avoids getting trolled by the Emmy door as well. Alrighty, so let's see Arkandy's SQ fight here. Going to be taking the crossbone method. Very nice. Bouncing on him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Going for a 1 cycle. Not quite getting it. That is very tough. Okay, so no 2 cycle, unfortunately, for Arkandy here. But we'll be taking the 3 cycle just like Sat did. Sat, moving through the cold room, no problem. He's got the ice in his veins. And going to be dropping down to the purple Emmy fight. Alright, so Arkandy heading towards the Ferenia Robos fight. Not quite the Twins fight in Berenia, but a little bit easier. And Sat is going to be playing with our dear friend, the Purple Emmy. So we're going to be seeing a plant kill attempt here from Sat. Very nice cross bomb to get the little bump into the bomb cannon. Ark's going to nail the speed booster, and unfortunately the gray bot is going to take a quick jump down. But killing them very, very quickly. Very easy stuff for him. It's just another day in the office. Alright, I have not seen any missed shots from Sat here on the plant kill, so he's going to be able to slide under no problem. Great plant kill, or great purple Emmy kill from Sat, taking the slide under no problem. Arkandy, blazing a path through the cold room very, very nicely. Takes the good movement through this room that is definitely intended for space jump, but we don't need to talk about that. We don't get space jump in this category, so we're just spin boosting our way. And Arkandy, unfortunately, getting a little tripped up on the movement, but gets up no problem otherwise. Ooh, Arkandy, unfortunately, going to have to take the backup. Missing the first door, so going to have to go for it again. But gets it. So not quite the Ferenia CU fight that he might have wanted. Sat opting for the flash movement through there. Nails it, no problem. Alright, let's see if he can get this last flash chain here. Very, very good stuff from Sat. Very clean. Love to see it. Yeah, that was a really unfortunate Ferenia CU fight from Arkandy. Just another, I guess, really seeing the difference between the 2 runs here today for Game 1. Sat really accelerating through the endgame, playing really, really good. Not that Arkandy's playing bad, but he's definitely tripping up a little bit more than Sat is. Alright, so plant kill attempt here from Arkandy. Not seeing any missed shots so far. His aim is looking true. No NA aim here. I mean, it does make sense. He is from Europe. Alright, so he could plant kill here, but he's going to take the slide under to be safe. I do not blame him. Plant kill stresses me out. I believe Sat has like a 1 14 or 15 in this category. I can go check real quick. Go to SRC. Arkandy's PB in this category, I believe, is a 116.37, whereas Sat is on, I believe, in the 115 range. It's 115 or 114. Alright, so all bosses, NMG. Yeah, so Noyazaki has the world record at 114.44. Sat is in second place at 114.50. And I believe B-Dog or Arkandy would be in second with their 116s. I think B-Dog might have a 115 as well, but that is simply just the difference between the two. Sat has had the world record in this category. It was honestly a really, really wild trade-off between world records between Sat and Noya. Like, Sat broke it, and then in a few hours, Noya broke it, and then Sat broke it, and then Noya broke it. It was wild, man. They were, like, handing it off like a baton pass. Well, he might. I don't remember. I can only go off of what's on SRC, and that's what's currently on SRC. Sat might have a better time than what's currently posted. Unfortunately, missing the spin boost there at the end. Let's see if Sat gets his pickups. He does. He's not getting trolled today. Ooh, nice penthouse keep from Sat. He just needs to the flashback spark up. Very good. No commentator's curse on penthouse keep this time. I've certainly seen that happen a few times before. Ark is going to be fighting our favorite red soldier, the laggiest man ever seen, and then going to be pumping him with the weave. Alright, Sat absolutely destroying the gold Chozo so far, getting the 3-lock and the mash out on the gold Chozo. Bam and bam. Fun fact for those of you who don't know, if you are playing on rookie mode like these guys are, you can actually just mash X through the counter cutscene and it will work no matter what. You don't really actually have to time it. It's one of the few differences between the Yeah, that was a very, very clean gold Chozo fight. Very, very easy for him. Another day in the office for sure. Alright, so Arkandy's going to be attempting the penthouse keep here. He does get the shot on the door and takes the store. And that is a clean penthouse keep if I've ever seen one. Alright, going to be getting booped by the robot by accident. So Arkandy's going to be heading into Elite Chozo fight, while Sat is actually heading towards Dad himself, going to be fighting Ravenbeak real quick. So barring a missed gold skip, I am not expecting anything bad from Sat here. Ooh, getting booped by the melee, unfortunately. Going to be taking an extra attack from Ravenbeak before he does the red wave. And gold skip here. I'm going to be seeing 2 Stormlocks and mashing it out. Good stuff. Ooh, nice. Takes the flash through to take the extra damage. That is something that he learned about, like, yesterday. I love that flash. It is really funny looking when you see Samus flash during the cutscene. Ooh, very nice. Getting the Gatling, very, very fortunate RNG. Let's see if you can get a double. Unfortunately, not going to just take the walk forward on this. And then getting another Gatling here. So, unfortunately, taking the damage, but getting through phase 2 super quick. Sat is absolutely making light work of Ravenbeak. This is crazy. Alright, going to be blowing up the sun, preventing any potential disasters. I absolutely agree with that decision. You are so far ahead. Taking a death here would be extremely costly. Alright, taking the perfect deboost through the laser attack. Ravenbeak really loves his rainbow lasers. Ark on the other side, taking a speed keep through that first room. That was really cool, really clean. I'm going to be boosting up to the top and then heading into the Dad fight. So definitely a massive lead for Sat right now. Definitely a great position for him, going to be starting RBX and then Escape. Having looked at so much UR content in the past, it is a little, in the recent past, it's very nice to see Sat just fighting RBX the old-fashioned way. Arkandy going to be not taking the flash in the cutscene, but will be getting gold skip first try, no problem. Gets a Gatling, going to be able to easily missile weave through. Let's see if he gets a second one. Unfortunately, no, he's going to be getting the big laser. Getting another Gatling. Wow, that was fortunate RNG for sure. Sat beating RBX, no problem. It's a simple fight. You just hold one button. But yeah, so we are going to be seeing Sat come out of Escape here. No problem. Going to get making his way. Going to make his way through here, dropping the power bomb. No troll from the cross bombs, fortunately, and then taking the spin, the double dash melee, and breaking the blocks. The only question mark in my head is if we're going to be seeing a modified Arc Spark from Sat. My answer is probably no. Okay, yep, no spin boost Arc Spark. That stuff is hard. It is by no means easy. We might see Arc go for it. It is named after him, but it is much easier with Space Jump for sure. Sat, you're not playing UR, sir. I don't know what that was. Ooh, not getting the full speed keep, unfortunately. So going to just have to take some spin boost movement through here. Looking slower than he normally would like. And Sat is getting a 1:15.33. Very, very strong time. That is a GG for game one. So takes game one with Arkandy heading into Escape here. So great run from Sat for sure. Arkandy not having a bad run by any stretch of the imagination either, but that 2 cycle plus the slower QR or the slower Robo fight really is weighing in heavy on Arkandy here. Ooh, unfortunately does not clear that ledge with the dash melee. Let's see if we're going to be seeing an Arc Spark here from Arkandy. Oh, okay, Arkandy, I see you. Maybe not quite getting the full connection, but that was really clean. That is hard. I don't think anyone can dismiss how hard that is. So not going to be PBing in this race. Ooh, okay. Does nail his, unfortunately taking the mantle there, so I don't think he's going to be able to spark. Yep. Getting trolled by the ledge a little, so going to have to walk through, but almost nails the full speed connection. And Arkandy's going to be finishing out a 1:16.53. Alright, so Sat has given me the second race time here. I believe the scheduled time is 3:30 for the next race. So we're going to be taking a quick 10-minute break here. GG's to both runners on game one. Sat's going to go up 1-0 here. I'm excited for game two. I'm going to be joined by Delusional Prince on commentary. But I'm going to step away really quick to go grab a drink and a quick snack. So that way I am ready for game two comms. If Sat takes game two, that will be the set and the tournament for him. If Arkandy takes game two, we are going to be seeing a game three where we'll be handing the commentary off to the very capable hands of Greggy Spike and Ed Nalium. So I'm hoping, honestly, we see the maximum amount of content from this race, but I'm sure Sat is looking to clean this up with a 2-0 in winners if he can. So, like I said, I'm going to be taking a quick 10-minute break. Delusional Prince should be in here for comms shortly, and I will be back in a few. So, don't go away just yet. We'll catch you in a few minutes.